This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We're thrilled to have recently passed 7 million plus downloads and, quite frankly, to introduce many new sponsors to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. This week, I saw yesterday we're ranked, I think, 11th in the Apple Business News podcast rankings. Bear with me today as we have a very special shout out of the day. Today's shout out of the day goes to an inspirational leader that we know well, Julie Radner. And quite frankly, we could give the same shout out to her husband, Keith Radner, an absolutely magnificent person and leader. What's happened with Julie's taken over leadership of a specific committee where she has shown uncommon drive and execution and creativity in what she is doing. We always knew that Julie was one of the great leaders of our time. She's thoughtful, she's calm, she's got a great sense of humor. She's got a magnificent first gentleman with her, like the Doug Ember, forget his name exactly, that was Kamala's husband. But she's got the Keith Radner, who's actually freaking brilliant. But what Julie has, in addition to have raised two fantastic children, brilliant children, she has taken leadership of an effort, and she has shown in that leadership uncommon both grace, talent with people, and the ability to think through very difficult choices. We often say of leaders, some of them are idea people, and they've got that creativity or that vision. Others are execution people and can actually get things done and work so well with people that things actually thrive and the trains run on time. Once in a great while, you get a leader that could do both, that could come up with the ideas and actually see through the execution and be willing to work through what has to be done to make sure the ideas are executed on as well. Now you might look at President Trump, who's an idea of minute person, but you're not always sure if he's going to persevere on those ideas and prosecute them fully. Julie is different than this. I mean, if I look at her compared to the two most recent presidents, Joe Biden, I'm not sure if he had any ideas anymore and certainly didn't prosecute them well. President Trump seems to be in contrast of so many different ideas. When I look at these two different examples of leadership, and then President Trump's a little bit all over the place with all his ideas and not sure he could prosecute them fully. I mean, there's ups, there's downs, and stuff like that. What Julie Radner brings is tremendous consistent leadership to everything she does. Has an idea, she finds the right solution, she executes on it, she prosecutes on it, it gets done. I hasten to say that this example of leadership might be one that should be turned into a leader that maybe she should run for office because she's doing something that I'm not seeing in either President Trump or President Biden. That's our thoughts today. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Again, the shout out today goes to Julie Radner and her family, magnificent husband, leader, lawyer, one of the best of all times, Keith Radner. I joke when I call him the first gentleman, the second gentleman, whatever that ridiculous term is, but also magnificent children that they've developed as well. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you.
Llegaron los nuevos McCrispy Strips, listos para aventurarse en la mezcla de mayo ketchup, la barbecue que quedó en el fondo de la cajita, hot fudge sundae y en la nueva creamy chili McCrispy Strip dip. Los nuevos McCrispy Strips, ahora en McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.